Before the Sunday Stock Talk starts, I just wanted to mention everybody who filled in their email in that form just received their discount code for the course. If you want to look at the course and everything that is involved, the link is below in the description, and that's about it. Again, I'm not changing my posting content to YouTube. I'm still going to be in the free chat. Everything will stay the same. Those people will just receive extra attention. All right, guys, let's go to the Sunday Stock Talk, and let's make some money this week. Hey guys, what's up? It's AB Trade, and today we're doing our weekly Sunday Stock Talk. I run a YouTube channel to teach people how to day trade options, and every week I give you an edge into the trading week by reviewing the tickers and stocks that y'all want covered. So if you click that Discord link below, next Sunday you'll be able to input stocks that you want me to cover. So these are all the stocks that people ask me to cover, and as always we start with SPY, because that's the S&P 500 ETF, so that will determine the price direction of most of these big name stocks. So let's look at an in-depth view of SPY real quick. So if you can see here, back in around October, November, December, we started to consolidate and have a sell-off here. Now we're starting to push back up, and we're starting to form this strong level of resistance here around this level and up around here. So this is our resistance zone currently at the moment that we're having a hard time fighting against. So if you can see here, we pushed up into the 266 level, then we pulled back down, and now we're pushing back up into the 266 level. However, this time that we pushed into the 266 level, we formed this indecision candle known as a doji. And so now this is almost like a double top doji reversal. So what you can expect here is either a drop below 263.25 and a continuation down testing these supports, or watch for a buildup and then a push back to the upside, breaking above the high of 267.08 and then testing the resistance at 269 and 270. So just watch out for that. SPY can either be a double top here and start to reverse. So if we start to see a gap down on SPY, we're going to be looking for a drop and a continuation down, especially because Elliott wave is calling for a 1-2-1-2 reversal back down. So we have even more reasons for we have a downside play. But again, we have to prepare for all sides, so there's a chance that we can get up above this high, and then we can get up higher and higher to eventually test 280. So if we look at Facebook here, if you can see here, we've had this long-term downtrend. Now we're starting to break above this trend. So as you can see here, we broke above this trend line. We're pushing up, and we're pushing into this resistance. We kind of had that pullback, because once you have a bounce, you have this quick pullback, and now it looks like we have room to the upside. So we'll be looking to break above the 149 level as well as the 152 level. We're looking for room to the upside. If we can break above 152, we have room all the way up to 162, 165, testing these previous highs as we make our way up. Again, if we cannot break above these highs, if we go below 142 or 140, we have room all the way back down to 135, 125. But again, most likely Facebook looking at the upside. Apple, if we look here, we've had this huge drop, and now we're starting to form some support here along these lines around 152, 154. As you can see here, we're forming what is known as an uptrend, which is we have these higher lows followed by these higher highs. So we have not, well, I guess we just made this higher high here, but we're looking for a continuation to the upside to test 164. We bounced into this 142, showed some strong support. Looks like earnings is coming up on, it's not showing me here, but hold on, let's see. Earnings on 129. So at the end of this month around, we'll see earnings. So that's coming out this week. So watch out for earnings on Apple, and I believe there's also earnings on Facebook. Also, I guess we're going to do all of the tech stocks this week on 129 as well. So watch out for that on Facebook and Apple. But it looks like we have room to the upside. We may get overextended early in the week and then have a push down from earnings, or earnings may drive us forward and turn this market around. But only time will tell on that. Tesla has earnings on 129 as well. Well, it's not 129. I don't really know. I will be sharing an earnings whisper in the group chat, so you can see all the stocks that is earnings this week, and so we can trade accordingly. But according to Tesla, so we've been trading in this range between 260 and 380, and now we're starting to pull back to the low side of around 280. So we just, more times than not, based off support, we can push all the way up to around this level, 317, 320, before we start to see some resistance. So our resistance is at 300, so watch that as we return to the upside. If we break above 300, we have room up to 320. If we break below 280, we have room down to 251. About that easy on Tesla. Visa, again, I don't trade this much, so let's look at the options tab real quick. So it looks like the options tab is up there, in the 800, 600 realm. Not too bad. Well, actually, let's look at the spread real quick. I didn't look at that. So if you look at the spread here, the spread's about $10. I would not trade a spread that big. That means you're automatically going to lose about 10 to 5 cents trading, even if it hasn't moved yet. So again, the moves on Visa doesn't show anything big, anything worth trading, especially for that 10-cent spread. So looking at that, I would say no to Visa. Looking at AMD here, it looks like we're starting to finally hit that upside potential. We're breaking above 21.39 with room up to 23.70. So as you can see here, AMD is making that retracement up. Look for a quick pullback into this 21.43 level and then a retracement back up, because after you break through resistances, you tend to have a validation of that support level, which is what we may see on AMD. SPUX, Starbucks, let's look at the options tab real quick. Okay, you can see we have a lot of good volume here. The spread is about 11 cents. And again, 11 cents, and when you get lower, it tightens, but then the volume goes away. But looking at an 11-cent spread, 13-cent spread, is not something I would trade, especially when the chart doesn't show anything amazing or spectacular to trade. So again, Starbucks is a no. Now we look on PayPal. Again, we're going to look at trade tags. I don't trade this a lot, so I want to look at it. As you can see here, we have about a 7-cent spread. Looks about right. The volume is decent. I guess this would be an okay trade to make. Again, not my favorite to trade, but if you want to trade, it's a lot better than V and Starbucks. So if we can look, we broke above the previous high here of 93.75. We can look for a pullback down to 93.75 and retrace that on the way back up. And it looks like there's no room to the upside. We're currently making all-time highs. But again, earnings coming out sometime soon. I don't know when. They'll probably be on the earnings whisper that I released in the Discord chat link below. That's about it. Let's look at Siri. So Siri is an XM Holdings Incorporated. Let's look at the trade tab. With a 15-cent spread, I'm not even going to look at that stock. Nope. Super low volume, about a 7-cent spread, not looking at that. SQ, I know that's good, about a 3-cent spread, we like that. But we were pushing up in the room with the upside. We had a nice triangle breakout on the 1-day, 1 minute on Friday, if you can see here, with volume confirming that move here. Great move for the people who caught it in the group chat. But let's look at a longer term time frame to determine this week. So we have resistance that we're pushing up against at around $80. So watch out for that for a reversal. We look a little overextended on SQ. It would not surprise me if we push up into 80. Pull back to around 75, 73 this previous high, and then continue to the upside to recover to 101, but just watch out for all sides. Netflix, here we go. So it looks like we're starting to pull back, but we're showing some support on around 320 like we expected, and now we're pushing up to the upside. Watch 342 and 360 as your resistance on the way up, and if it drops below lows, we have room all the way down to test these supports at 300 and 270. NVIDIA, as you can see here, we're bouncing and we're starting to make these new highs. We're starting to create. We may push down and pull up, creating almost what is known as a inverse head and shoulders pattern to a break to the upside. Just watch out for that on NVIDIA. Val, never traded this, so I'm going to look at the options. The options is very liquid, about a 2-cent spread, 5-cent spread, 19-cent spread. Not my favorite, not going to trade it. REGN, and never traded this, so let's look at the options tab. Volume way too low, and there's about $1 and I don't know, $1.70 spread, so you're going to lose 170 right off the bat. Definitely not trading that. Amazon and Ford I know are good, so let's review these. If you can see here, we're bouncing, we're finding some support on this level. It looks like we're trying to build to test these levels here. This will really depend on SPY and the rest of the stocks where it's going, but Amazon can be a market leader, especially with earnings coming up soon. If we can break through these earnings, then we'll be seeing something great. So if you can see, the last earnings were right here and they were green. Maybe we can get that green earnings to push above these levels and carry SPY to the upside. But if not, we have super strong resistance at 1750 and 1800 and support at 1600. So watch out for those. Ford, someone wanted Ford covered. As you can see here, we are still in a long-term downtrend. We're pushing up into this level here at around $9. So watch out for that at $9.20, $9, and we'll have a retracement back down to 750. So again, guys, that's the Sunday Stock Talk. Please like, comment, and subscribe. See you on the next video.